Ryan Lewis of the New York Post.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, Coach.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. I am curious whether you have, been around Kyrie long enough to be able to read him. And if so, how much do you think this game means to him, or does it mean anything extra to him?
I don't know. He's been playing great and been unbelievable in camp, and so I haven't got a read on him. We've been here obviously a week ago for a preseason game, so I don't know. I don't think I can answer that question. Sorry.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Coach. Sean often likes to say that no one works in silos, right? That it's a collaborative effort across multiple fronts. So when Woj goes on ESPN today and says, "Hey, the Nets are still involved in James Harden trade talks," I'm just curious as to what your level of involvement is there and how you balance, having a set group of guys that you want to get better with and potentially take across the entire season versus also knowing that there is a possibility that you could put together a huge trade to land a superstar.
I haven't had any conversations about him, so we definitely work in close proximity. I haven't had any conversations or any alerts, so maybe that says it all. But we're excited with the players we have. We're moving forward every day, trying to get better. For me, it's just been a blast. I've been learning a lot and enjoy working with our guys. And no one's conferred with me about the possibilities.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Steve, Merry Christmas. I'm curious with all the different primary ball handlers you guys have with possessions, if there's a philosophy you have, or, I'm thinking back to Golden State last year where D'Lo and Steph, I think it was whoever was closest to the rebound was the primary ball handler in the following possession. Have you thought about any of that, or do you like the unpredictability that brings? Yeah.
Yeah, we just want to get it in quick or get it out quick and push the ball. So whoever is the closest ball handler, we want them to get it and go. We don't want like the primary ball handler coming back, 25 feet to receive the ball. We want to go move forward and push the pace. So, that's the strength of our team, is the depth and the amount of ball handlers and playmakers we have.
Tom Dowd with BrooklynNets.com.
Hey, Steve, you guys took 32 free throws the other night. You had a lot of free throws in the preseason for whatever value you want to put on that. Does the offensive depth and talent on this team put pressure on defenses that's going to put you guys on the line a lot? And is that an emphasis for you?
I wouldn't say it's been an emphasis, but I want them to attack. I've never really said the word free throws, but I want them to attack. I think the amount of, depth, athleticism, playmaking, shooting, allows for opportunities to get ourselves in closeout situations where we can attack and get in the paint. So, it all works hand in hand when it flows well, and that is going to be a facet, hopefully, of our team, because we do create opportunities due to the players we have out there, the talent we have out there, that we can draw a crowd, move the ball, and allow guys to face closeouts. So it's something that definitely will be a strength of ours if things go as I hope they will. But it's a good sign that we're getting to the line early.
Back to Christian Winfield with the Daily News.
Hey, Coach, I'm just curious, did you have very many pregame rituals as a player, and did you keep any of those, or do you have any other rituals that you put in place before coaching a game, or is it two completely different things?
Yeah, I wasn't superstitious, so I don't really have any rituals. I had a routine as a player, but it was just business, get in, get my physio, my corrective exercises, my shots taped, and team meeting, and go out on the floor. So it was pretty, for me, very business-like, but a routine, but no rituals, no superstitions. I just try to enjoy every moment, and there's definitely some downtime when you get to the arena after you've gone over, both sides of the ball in preparation for the opposition, and sometimes that's just a good time to enjoy and to connect with your staff and to make sure everyone's feeling good and on the same page.
Neil Best with Newsday.
Speaking of routines, obviously for all your experience as a player, you never dealt with doing it in a pandemic. And with this first regular season road trip, what's it been like for you just navigating this, this new world while you're also learning a new job?
Yeah, well, we were lucky. We had a dress rehearsal here a week ago, so we're like right back to the same hotel, same room, same routine. So that made it easier. It is a big change for everybody. The number one priority is to stay safe, to try to limit the possibilities for contracting the virus, to protect the group, and so that does present like totally new routine for everybody. With testing every day and the protocols that go along with that. So it's going to be another adaptation for our group, but I think everyone's quickly feeling like it's the new normal, and we'll see if there's some fatigue from it. But it's a necessary part of this new world, and we got to comply and give ourselves the best chance to stay safe and healthy.
Back to Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey Steve, forgive me if you were asked this yesterday, but just what stood out to you about Boston's win over Milwaukee the other night? Obviously, Tatum and Brown had a lot of points, but their newcomers, Teague and Thompson also gave them really good minutes.
For sure. I mean, I think what Tatum and Brown are going to give you. They're going to score. They're going to be versatile players that can make plays, get to the line. They're both versatile defenders. They added Teague, who can score, and Tristan Thompson, who is a handful on the glass. So, the most impressive thing I think about the group, though, is that they have some continuity. They've been deep in the playoffs for a few years now. They have a great coach. They've worked with him now continually, and I think you see it in the way they play. It feels like a pretty mature, stable process for them, and that's why they're so competitive every night.
Brian Lewis, New York Post.
Following up on what you mentioned about fatigue, I know you had said with KD that you'll have a better grasp once he gets to playing like 3 games in 4 days, that sort of thing. I'm curious, one, is everybody available? I mean, there's nothing untoward. Nobody's become unavailable that we don't know about.
Yeah. No.
And secondly, this is, depending on how you look at the calendar, this would be the start of 3 and 4 because you have the back-to-back.
Yeah.
Are there any different minutes limits now when you're looking at having 3 and 4?
Not going into this game. Everything's to be determined. I think still we still know that we want to protect our players, but at the same time, we're not always going to have the opportunity to do that. Or sometimes you have to take slight risks to try to give your team the best chance. And if the risk feels too much, then we'll pull back. And some of those things you can't decide until right before the game. So, for us, we have no new limitations or injuries. So we're going to run it back just